Okay, so the first thing you're going to need to do is take your cover up, take your eye pencil. With your cover up, you need to choose which side of the face that you want to do this on. So you'll load up whatever you have. Do it on that side of the face. I don't know if you can. There we go. See it just a little bit lighter. There we go. So you can just kind of see the line where I want to stop. Then you'll take your white eye pencil and you'll draw where you want your burn to start and stop. So you can see the line there. And now what we're going to do is take our multi-color palette and take a little bit of red, dab it into a sponge. You can use your fingers too, doesn't really matter. And then just slowly start working over the area that you marked out. And the thing about red is that it goes a long way. So for now, just dab little bits here and there just to get a base coat, a nice solid base coat. So now that you see that we have that base coat down, I don't know if you can see it because of the light, it's not necessarily the best. There we go. So now you're going to take your red again, only make it a little thicker on the end, and then just stipple it in. And then once you did that, you can take the lines near the white lines and just kind of blend them in, blend them out to your skin. They're going to mostly be covered up by black anyway, but just want to make sure it looks as realistic as possible. And over here, I'm not going all the way over to my ear, but you can definitely use these same techniques to go all the way over to your ear during the night of Halloween or whenever you decide to wear this. And then also go to your hairline. I just didn't slick it back, so I don't want to have to worry about removing glue from it later. Okay, well, now that you have all of that done, what I'm going to need you to do is go back to your palette, take a little bit of brown, and stipple it in with the red. And you probably can't see it from there because the webcam isn't like the best quality, but it looks a lot better up close when you have that little bit of texture. Yay! So, I'm gonna just close this up. Okay, I changed angles, so hopefully you'll be able to see a little better. So what you're gonna need to do next is cut out your plastic like I have to fit your face. There we go. And this is a good example of the thinner the plastic, the easier it is to work with. Last night I worked with one that was a little thicker and it was harder to glue down. So, just so you know. So the next step will be to take your lash glue. I'll do all three for you so you know exactly how to do all three. So if you're going to do lash glue, I'll do lash glue on the top. What you have to do is just take it and squeeze along the edges of where you know your piece of plastic is going to be. And then just dab down in a little area so that it dries a little faster. And the great thing about lash glue is that it's safe to use near your eyes because it's for fake eyelashes. So what you're going to have to do is just outline that And the thing about lash glue is that you just have to give it like 2 or 3 seconds to become, well, not 2 or 3 seconds, but wait for it to become tacky. Like with the spirit gum, you'll have to wait for that to become tacky. I just dropped my lash glue. That's okay. So what you have to do when you see that it's starting to like change color is take your piece of plastic and just fit it securely over your face. Now don't do what I just did and miss the line and then put it on the inside, because that kind of takes away the whole effect. So only on the edges, because we'll be blending those out later. So once you have that stuck, you can add a little more. Guess it didn't matter. So you can add a little more lash glue just to make sure that it's really stuck down. The biggest parts of this look is making the seams look perfect. So while we wait for that to dry, we're going to take our second piece. You don't have to cut it into 2 pieces, but I find that it almost fell. I find that it works a little better. Let me find my second piece and I'll get back to you. In a completely odd and unexpected turn of events, I lost my second piece of plastic, but don't worry, I found it. Yay! Okay, so now for the second part, I'm just going to show you how to do it with spirit gum. So with spirit gum, take your spirit gum, and you'll take it. It smells a little stronger than the liquid latex. And apply it around the edges of your red, where you cut out your plastic to match. Okay, that's enough of that. I hate how it smells. And then, in order to use spirit gum, you just have to make sure that it's tacky before you put down your piece. My piece of plastic tried to run away again. Don't worry, I caught it. So, you just have to tap it with your finger, make it tacky, and you'll feel when it starts to get sticky. And then you take your piece, and just settle it right up on there. And now for the last possible adhesive is the cornstarch method. Also remember when you're doing this that your mouth moves a lot. So if you're intending on having an area where your mouth moves a lot, I would suggest spirit gum, just because it's a stronger adhesive. Or don't put it on areas of your face that you know move a great deal over the night, especially if you're planning on wearing it out to a party. Okay, so the last one is the home method. Just took a little bit of it right there. And then just smooth it over the edges, like that. It doesn't work super well and it hurts like a biscuit to remove, but again, if you don't have any money, it's a pretty good alternative. It'll stay on normally as long as it's not in an area that's prone to moving so much. Alright, now what you're gonna have to do is just trim off the edges. And it seems at this point that spirit gum is the way to go. And this is how it should look so far. Okay, now we're just gonna blend the edges into the face. And how we're gonna do that is, first of all, go back to your palette, your different colors, there it is, okay? And you're gonna take the brown and you're just gonna dab it along the edges. And then once you've done that, you'll want to take your liquid eyeliner and start blending in the edges. Make it charred looking almost. And it covers up some of the liquid latex that you may have left over on the outside. And after outlining, what you're going to want to do is go back to your wheel, take some black, just do it on your finger, and then just blend out into the skin. And the good thing about burns is they normally have a pretty definite shape, so you're okay unless if you didn't like blend it in totally, so you'll look fine, especially in the dark and Halloween. Okay, now for the last step, well, second to last step, I lied. You're going to take either your black or black eyeshadow if you have it, and what you're going to do is just fill in around your eye. And if you have a little eyeshadow, you can always work it in to give around your burn a little more of a charcoal look. And now that you've gotten through that, looks pretty good. Now we're just gonna add a little fake blood. Mine's made of corn syrup and food coloring, but if you wanted to, just go buy some stuff. I know Ben Nye has good stuff. Party, the little tube of fake blood, which I have somewhere, but I can't show you. But it's there, and as you can tell, this look is kind of limiting my facial emoting, which is a shame because I love to smile. But if you're going to wear this out on Halloween, you may want to alter it a little bit so that you can still speak. I think that would probably be prime, being able to talk on Halloween, especially by saying trick or treat and stuff. You know, people don't really respond to, so you want to be able to talk. And what I'm doing is just dabbing the fake blood on the edges. The good thing about corn syrup is that it kind of clots a little bit, so it looks nice. But the real fake blood, I'm sure, does a better job. I'm just a poor college student that can't afford fake blood.
Oh my gosh!
That was my roommate.
Oh.
And you're done. Feel free to message me if you have any questions. Bye-bye.